Title: The Kindness That Changed Everything. The Boy Who Didn't Believe in Goodness. In a busy town, there lived a boy named Leo. He was about 16 years old, smart, but a bit selfish. Leo didn't believe in kindness. He thought people only helped each other when they wanted something in return. At school, Leo was popular but not really respected. He teased weaker students, laughed when others failed, and thought caring for others was a waste of time. One day, his teacher, Mr. Thomas, noticed his behavior and said gently, "Leo, you have a clever mind but a closed heart. Remember, the smartest person is not the one who wins every game. It's the one who knows how to lift others up." Leo just shrugged. "Kindness doesn't pay the bills, sir," he replied with a smirk. Mr. Thomas smiled sadly. "One day, life will teach you what my words cannot." A few weeks later, Leo's mother got very sick. Doctors said she needed an expensive surgery. Leo's father had already passed away years ago, and the boy suddenly felt the heavy weight of life for the first time. He went from door to door asking for help, but most people said, "Sorry, we wish we could help, but times are hard." Even some of his classmates ignored him, the same ones he used to laugh with. Finally, Leo sat alone outside the hospital, hopeless and crying quietly. Just then, an old man selling fruits nearby walked up and said, "Son, are you okay?" Leo wiped his tears. "No, my mother's sick and I can't afford the surgery." The old man took off his hat and handed Leo a small envelope. Inside were $50, all the money the old man had for that week. Leo was shocked. "Why would you help me? You don't even know me." The old man smiled and said, "When I was your age, a stranger helped me. Now it's my turn. That's how the world keeps turning, by passing kindness on." Those words stayed in Leo's heart like a spark. He used that money as a start, then began collecting donations from his school. To his surprise, many students joined in, even the ones he used to tease. Within a week, they raised enough money for his mother's surgery. The doctor said it was a success. Leo visited Mr. Thomas and said quietly, "Sir, I think I understand now. Kindness does pay, not in money, but in love, peace, and hope." Mr. Thomas nodded with a smile. "Exactly, Leo. The light you give to others always finds its way back to you." Years passed. Leo grew up, finished his studies, and became a social worker. He helped children who had no families and people who were struggling to survive. He never forgot the old fruit seller, so every year he donated food and money to poor street vendors. One afternoon, he met a young boy crying on the roadside, hungry, scared, and alone. Leo gave him food and said, "Don't worry, one day you'll help someone else too. That's how kindness lives forever." The boy looked up and smiled for the first time in days. 10 years later, that same boy became a nurse, and one day he saved Leo's life after a serious car accident. When Leo woke up in the hospital, the young nurse said, "You once helped me when I had nothing. Now it's my turn to help you." Leo smiled weakly and whispered, "So the circle continues." He realized then that kindness is like sunlight. It travels far, touches hearts, and always finds its way back home. Moral lessons. 1. Kindness always returns even when we least expect it. 2. Helping others gives meaning to life. 3. True success isn't about money, but about how many lives we make better. 4. Honesty and compassion build the strongest relationships. 5. One small act of kindness can change the world for someone.